Hey there, Rosie Batista with another card deck creation success story. And I'm so excited to introduce you to Brenda Elizabeth and her Lenormand card decks. So Brenda, I have your little card deck in my hand and I'm so in love with it because I had the pleasure of coming to your class where you showed us how to use this. And I want our audience to know because they might not know what Lenormand is. So let's
Right.
start there and tell us
Okay.
about that whole thing. What got you into that?
Great. Hi, Rosie. Lenormand is a divination system similar to the tarot, but it's 36 cards and it's much easier to learn and more direct.
Mm, that already feels better because, with
Hmm.
tarot, we have 78 cards and it's like you got to really do a lot of studying.
You
So,
really do.
so you've been a psychic and a card reader for a while,
Hmm.
right?
Yes, I have. I did plain psychic work for years, and I ended up leaving. Um, I I was so tired and burned out that I gave it all up. And at that point, I didn't use cards, and I got back into it and started studying tarot, and I realized that they are a good energetic buffer. So, and they also give a lot of depth to your readings. So then I was kind of hooked on tarot and, um, being a card person, you can understand tarot is all about decks. And then you get into cartomancy, which is just the whole field of divination with cards. There's tarot, there's Lenormand, there's Kipper, there's some other systems, tarot being the most well known. And then second is Lenormand, which is gaining a lot of popularity because people do find it easy and fun. It's
Yeah,
very fun.
that was my first experience with it coming to your class, and I was like, oh my God, this is so fun. But
It's
now,
really fun.
what made you decide to make your own deck?
Well, I started studying Lenormand and I loved the decks I bought, but they had a lot of imagery and pictures on them. And unlike tarot, Lenormand's very direct. For example, some of the cards would be a heart, a clover, a dog. And when I was learning, first of all, the Lenormand system started inspiring me and inspiring my creativity. And I had been working on trying to get a tarot deck off the ground, but it is a lot of imagery and it was not going anywhere. So I realized Lenormand is simple. I could do it. And um, I wanted a deck that people could learn with. So my cards, the images are big and
So why don't you
there's
show us?
not that much in there. Sure.
Yeah, show us a couple of, and then maybe do like a simple reading.
Sure. So I have two decks. One is a hippie theme, and it's called the Electric Lenormand, and I got it printed in a tin.
I love that. I love it.
Yes. And my other deck is a Halloween theme. So this is my Halloween deck. So
So
I'll show
fun.
you a couple of cards from both. Um, so this is the hippie deck. This is the mountain.
Mhm.
So mountains are obstacles. This is the child, and it's
Mhm.
tie-dyed. I don't know if you can really see on the screen. There's the house, some
Mhm. I see it.
mushrooms. Yep. Um, and there's the star. And so Lenormand is really about card combining,
Mhm.
and it's fun. So if you took this mountain and the star, you kind of combine them um, like a sentence, and they there's 36 Lenormand cards, and 24 of them you could figure out either by looking at the image or the picture. So a mountain would be an obstacle,
Mhm.
and your star would be your wishes, your hopes, and dreams. So
Mhm.
if you took the mountain and the star, you could say overcoming obstacles to fulfill your dreams.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
I
So
love that.
yeah.
That's really cool. So,
Mm-hmm.
so there's, you can have, how many cards would you pull, like typically would you pull to do a reading for someone?
Well, that's the great thing about Lenormand. You can go anywhere from 3 cards to, when you get advanced, there's a spread called the Grand Tableau, and that's every card in the deck. But it's a
Oh,
really
wow.
fascinating reading because each card represents an area in your life, and so does the position of the card. So
Mm,
you can really spend hours just looking at that one spread, and you only have to cast it once, and it's fascinating. My friends and I were doing a lot of it during election time,
wow.
and the insight we got was right. Also
Wow.
turned
That's
out
amazing.
to be right. Hmm.
So, so to do a, one using all the cards,
Hmm.
it takes, it must take a while, right? Because you can go kind of deep into each card,
Yes,
right?
it does. Yeah, you probably want to spend at least half an hour on it, but you can spend 2 hours. I mean, and you can read it. It's a big box, so
Mm,
you can read it across. You can read it diagonally. You can do
wow.
knighting like in chess. You can do mirroring, so you look at what card is on either side, and it
Wow.
really is fascinating. And all of these reads have a different connotations. So
Wow, how fun. And so
mhm.
you're learning also, obviously, to use your intuition through all of this. Like you
Yes,
have to trust to be able to do that.
you are, and I really feel the Lenormand is an easy way. And from experience in teaching and talking to people, I think the images and the words are so simple and basic that they kind of permeate our subconscious
Mm,
and make it easy for us to access our intuition.
wow, that's awesome.
Mhm.
So, how did it feel to actually create your own deck?
It was great, and your class was really helpful. Um, it's it's a big commitment, and you want to make sure you're doing it right. And some of those things like printing and layouts and
Oh,
content, it's intimidating. And I loved your outline, and you really motivated me. I blocked my calendar every Saturday and just kind of worked through your course and then the details and
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 you
it,
did two
it
decks, which is amazing.
I did 2 decks. Yeah.
Yeah, which show us
Hmm.
the Halloween one now.
Oh, sure.
Just that one.
Yes, and I've got more coming.
Ah.
More.
So when you do so the Halloween one is like specifically for a, I mean, I guess you can use it anytime you want, but do you mostly use it with Halloween parties or treats? What's your
I,
goal with that?
people who are into all this stuff tend to just love Halloween. I love
Mm,
Halloween. Like
yeah.
I'm a Halloween. I say it's a deck for Halloween 365 people. That's me. Like I'll take Halloween themed anything. So, of course, I'm hoping that people really want to pull it out at Halloween, but you can use it anytime. And it's called Mysteries Halloween Lenormand. There's the back, and I have a black cat. You can't see her. She's in here with me, but she was my inspiration.
Mm,
So here's the first card is a rider, and in the traditional Lenormand, it's Paul
mm,
Revere, but mine is a witch. So um,
that's so fun.
here's my heart. This is a red card with a black background, so your little black heart for Halloween. And show you a couple more. Here's my garden. It's a tombstone.
Mm.
And these are just fun. They're just meant to be fun. Oh, this one's fun. It's a voodoo doll. This is my lady.
Okay, so say you had the lady, the heart, the garden.
Mhm.
What would you be saying about that?
Well, the Lenormand cards can be very literal. So you could say the lady loves to garden, or the garden also represents social activities. So you could say the lady loves to party.
Mm,
Hmm.
fun.
Yeah, yeah, they're really fun, and that's where your intuition comes in, and you start to see um, how it works. My first deck that I got, the first day that I had it, I pulled 3 cards and they represented, you're going to get news about someone in the hospital. And literally my phone buzzed and my friend said, my husband's in the hospital.
Wow.
So he ended up okay, but I was thinking, whoa,
Wow.
yeah. But you
Wow.
see, you can talk to anyone who reads these. That's what happens.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's
they'll
so
just so much
fun.
synchronicity. And I really think because they really do allow you to tap into your subconscious.
Mhm. So
Mhm.
did you learn anything about yourself during your creation process?
I I feel like it was a lot less intimidating than I thought it would be. And I'm probably more self-sufficient than I thought it would be, especially now when there's all
Mhm.
these tools like Canva and your wonderful class, and all these sites where you can print small batches on demand. And
Right.
I'm up on Etsy now selling these. So
Nice.
mhm,
Nice.
yeah.
Awesome. So
Hmm.
how can someone, like, if they want to learn how to use these, like,
Yes,
you offer, I know I came to an introductory course, but
right.
what do you offer so people, and we'll also put the links below this video so people can, find you and reach out if they really want to learn more about this particular
Great, thank you.
style. So tell us what you're up to with that. What do you teach?
Yes. Well, my teacher and friend, Michelle Barry, when she saw my cards, she really got my vision. And we both got excited because we just feel like there's so much opportunity for people to learn Lenormand and to have fun with it. And that's what these cards are about, is having fun, using your intuition,
Mhm.
and but still doing meaningful work at the same time,
Right.
really bringing self-awareness and maybe
Yeah.
giving other people good messages with the cards. And people are not intimidated by these, so we
They're less scary, right? They're less
mhm, they're
scary
less
to learn.
scary than maybe a tarot card.
Yeah.
And I feel like more relatable if you're a beginner, you know
Right.
so we just started a meetup. And the great thing is, with things the way they are right now, they're virtual. They're all virtual, and they're on Zoom. So they're on my website, ladylenormand.com, like you said. So the best way would be to join my meetup, because we're going to put all our offerings there, and we've got free workshops every month. So once you do learn a little bit, you can come in and talk about some blocks you had, or issues, or questions. And it's really a nice community. We're trying to make it a friendly, positive, open, non-judgmental community
I
where you
love
can
that.
learn and grow.
Excellent.
Hmm.
Awesome. So all those links are going to be below, and I highly recommend, uh, you know, uh, it- taking one of your classes, because it was just, I was so impressed. I was just like, oh my God, this is so fun. I had
Thank
no
you.
idea what I was coming up to.
Yes,
And it
yep,
really
people don't
was.
know, and it really is fun.
Yeah,
So
and I actually, when the cards were up there, I actually said, "Oh, I know what that means." So you
hmm
really feel like it really does help you say, "Oh, I do know things," right? To
yeah,
trust your intuition
yeah,
when you're maybe you're not sure about it, but we all have it. We just haven't like tapped into it, right?
right. And this is an easy way to learn. And we're actually having Lenormand for psychic development next week if you're interested.
Okay.
But I did want to point out too, the other great thing is you can mix these cards with your other cards, with your oracle cards, with the cards you make, and put some depth into your daily
Oh, that's
messages.
nice.
So you can
That's
mix these
actually
with anything.
yes, and that was one of the things that I thought was so great, was how you were mixing them with the tarot cards, which
Hmm.
was fantastic. But again, you're right, you can mix them with um, any cards you have.
You can do your daily card pull and then 2 Lenormands and make a combination
I
and
love
just
that.
really get some insight.
It's excellent. All
Yeah,
right, that is boy, I have so many card decks now.
I know.
I can have
Absolutely.
a wild reading.
I know. Well, I actually, all my Oracle cards, I had many, many decks of Oracle cards that I'd gotten as gifts and bought over the years, and I wasn't using them. So last year I bought 2 big boxes and mixed them all up. So now I just do daily pull.
Oh, that's
and I
good.
have so much fun.
That's really fun. What a
Mhm.
great idea. See, so
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, they're just cards. There's, and whoever's listening to us is obviously a card lover. So
right,
this is just one
right,
more way to really like love up your cards and to use them, which,
right. So if you
you
have
know,
some decks you're not using, I bought some pretty boxes, and now I just love taking it out and pulling them where I never pulled them when they were an individual deck.
that's so interesting.
Yeah.
And it's easier too, because you don't have to open the box, right? You have the one big box.
Exactly. I mean, I did, as a card person, I ended up, I threw away most of the boxes. I kept the books. So I
Mm.
keep all the books in one place if there's something I want to reference. But it was kind of freeing as well.
Yeah, I love that.
Hmm.
Hey, listen, it's all about freedom, right?
Absolutely,
All about
Rosie.
that.
Yes, it
So
is.
these are two gorgeous
Thank you.
Lenormand decks and just really fun. You're gonna have really a lot of fun with them.
Thank
So
you.
what I just want to the final thing, just what do you want everyone to know about you?
I want everyone to know about me that doing this card deck has changed my life. It's given me new confidence, new avenues. I've made new friends, and I highly encourage you to just do it, just like you encouraged us in your class.
Oh,
It's
awesome.
not that hard, especially with your guidance and your support, your Facebook groups, your lives. It's awesome. So thank you.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. All right, guys,
Okay.
all the information below to get these decks and to check out the class to teach you how to use them. All right, ciao.